Modernism may be defined then as the critique of our supernatural knowledge, that is, dogma, revelation, truth, everything that comes from heaven, according to the false postulates of contemporary philosophy, Kant, Hegel, Rousseau, and the like. I don't have time to go into all of their philosophy, but there were things, Kant, everything was relativistic. There was nothing fixed. Things are relative, and the rest of them follow Hegel. You heard about that in a previous talk, and Rousseau. In any case, you have to critique what we've always believed as true in light of the false postulates of contemporary philosophy. Now, Kant and Hegel, Rousseau, and these were all the favorite philosophers of people like John Paul II and stuff like that. He based a lot of his worldview on Kant and Hegel. But here is the masterpiece of Satan. The masterpiece of Satan to undermine our faith. It is the undermining of all truth, even the concept of truth. The concept of truth as we have always held it. And apologies to St. Thomas, may none of that lightning strike in here, because I'm putting his theology into a nutshell. I mean, this could be 10 years and 3 doctorates in a normal university. I have to shorten it. But, or maybe not. It's all relative. The masterstroke of Satan is to undermine truth, or that there is a truth. Let's take a definition of the church. Outside of the Catholic Church, there is no salvation, okay? That's defined solemnly no fewer than 14 times by popes and ecumenical councils. Now, we therefore consider that as an absolute truth, a reflection of what is in the mind of God, not some little convenient formula we came up with. Satan, through the modernists, says, that was a long time ago that we said that. Those popes, when's the last time? Hundreds of years. Got to keep up with the times. We don't talk like that anymore. And so now, what happens when you talk with your average Catholic in the average Novus Ordo parish, and you go, but it's not Catholic. You see, in the old days, like hundreds of years ago at least, they understood that your salvation depended on doing and believing what was Catholic. If you strayed from that, you were going to hell, and they were right, and they're still right. That's the fact of it. If you deviate from the Catholic faith, or let alone deny it, and practice something that is not Catholic, against the Catholic Church, you will go to hell unless you repent of that. Okay, but now, see what they're saying is, so what does it matter if it's Catholic or not? So what? The Pope doesn't even believe like you do, so how can he be wrong? Who are you? He's the Pope, you're just some stupid little Monsignor, right? Okay, and in the way of the world, that sounds like it's correct. Truth consists in the conformity of the idea with its object. Now, in the Catholic concept, a dogmatic formula, such as outside of the Catholic Church, there is no salvation, supplies us with at least an analogical knowledge of a given object. So we have the analogy, we have what was in the mind of God. For the modernist, the essential nature of dogma consists in its correspondence with and its capacity to satisfy a certain momentary need of the religious feeling. It is an arbitrary symbol, that is the dogma, that tells nothing of the object it represents. So, what's that about? It's about something we call, I had it written down here, what did I do with it? Oh, anyway, vital imminence. Yeah, I'm sorry. Vital imminence is the modernist concept that all dogma, all revelation, all apparitions for that matter, such as Our Lady of Fatima, are something that come from inside of the person, out of some sort of religious feeling of hysteria that is a desire from within themselves. It's all, I often call this is the generation of it's all about me. And you've noticed that theologically with the modernists, it's all about me in each one of us. So these three children in Fatima, it's very cute and very touching how they expressed their religious hallucinations in this notion that the Blessed Virgin Mary appeared to them and told them, this kind of thing, and then later said you had to consecrate Russia and that kind of thing. But for the modernists, they don't believe that for a minute, that it came from the outside. They believe it came from the inside.